You're listening to the Camel Connection podcast, where we help you become more camel confident and connected in camel training, handling, psychology, and well-being. And in this podcast, I, Tara, will be focusing on camel well-being. In particular, some fascinating and commonly misunderstood camel health facts. Let's dive in. So if you're like so many other camel owners or want to be owners, it's likely that you don't or won't have camels in their natural desert environment, roaming free. If this be the case, then you need to continually be educating yourself on how to care for camels. We do this every single day. And nowadays for us and our camels, rather than just looking at our camels with our heads half tilted to the side, you know, kind of just going, are they healthy? Are they not healthy? You know what it's like if you own animals. You look at them all the time and you try to determine how they are healthy by how they are looking. But rather, these days, we actually can know for sure whether or not our camels are healthy, and that is not just by looking at them. So let's just cover some interesting camel health facts. So number one, a fat camel or a camel that doesn't look skinny, because sometimes people call, you know, things fat when they're actually just probably a good size. So if you see a camel and you're like, that is not a skinny camel, it's likely that you're calling it a fat camel. And not only that, but a fat camel or a camel that doesn't look skinny isn't always a healthy camel. So number two is deworming your camel regularly is doing more harm than good. Yes, I said it. Deworming your camel regularly or camels regularly is doing more harm than good unless you know for a fact exactly what worms your camel has. And another fun fact, just because these are the assumptions that pass through camel communities and other camel owners passing on information, is not all skin issues in camels are mange. Full stop. And camels can get, number four is camels can get sick from environmental stress, including loneliness and depression. For instance, if a camel is separated from their normal herd environment or has been separated really young from their mother, this can induce loneliness and depression and affect everything else that goes on in their health and well-being. Number five, all domesticated camels need mineral supplementation, especially pregnant or milking camels. So in the past, we made all the expensive and heartbreaking mistakes of owning camels when we didn't know better, in quotes, know better. Then enters, and you've probably heard her on this podcast here if you've been listening for a while, Dr. Margie Bale, who is a dedicated camel vet, hilariously funny, if that's a way to say it, who willingly shares all her knowledge and experience of camel medicine and care, not only with us, but people in our academy too. And I cannot tell you how this has changed our lives with our camels. It's just incredible. And so Margie gives us and our academy members digestible information on things like camel medicine and care. And the great thing about how Margie speaks to us is that it's the type of speaking that doesn't make you want to poke yourself in the eye with a cucumber and or fall asleep. And she shares this with us purely for the fact to avoid some really major health camel issues in the future, and something that is a little issue can soon turn into this massive issue, and we've been there time and time again. And worms in camels is one of those great examples of how it sort of seems like a small issue, and it probably would be for any other animal, but for a camel it is super, super dangerous health-wise. So the unfortunate thing with camels is that they are really good, like super good, at hiding health issues from you, the camel owner or the carer. And it's only a matter of time before these health issues occur, and here's why. So you see, camels are survival animals. So even though they might appear to be healthy and strong on the outside, you look at them and you're like, they're fat, they're walking around, they seem happy, but that could be a completely different story on what's actually happening on inside the camel. So many camel owners tell us that their camels look healthy and seem happy, but here's the actual truth. The reason that, for the most part, camels look healthy and seem happy is because camels are designed to appear healthy so that they don't get preyed upon by predators and or picked on by other herd members. Makes sense, right, when you think about it. Now, side note, we live on a farm and this is recorded on the farm, and the ducks are on the porch where they shouldn't be, and they're going past my window as we speak. They know they seem to always do it right in the middle when I'm doing important stuff. So, okay, going back to why camels look healthy and seem happy is, so that they don't get preyed upon by predators and picked on by other herd members. So this makes complete sense. So when a camel is sick or unwell or showing certain symptoms, they've actually 9 times out of 10, they've actually been unwell for quite some time because of this survival for the fittest mentality that had taken over. So the point being, you don't actually really know your camel is healthy until you know the science, and not the kind of boring go to sleep kind of science, but fun science, camel science, until you know the science on how to keep them healthy. And we know because we've been there. It was a hard journey for us. So this whole guessing and assumptions on how to keep camels healthy and the free information that floats around and do this and do that, and they can, other camel owners can look at a picture and go, no, your camel's completely healthy. It's off the charts. Like, it's not valid information in the sense that, it's not scientifically backed, and there are certain ways to know if your camel is indeed healthy. The guessing and assumptions on how to keep camels healthy so they can live a long and happy life did not turn out too well for us in the past, and we don't want the same for you and your camels. We had a long, hard path. We listened to all the people and all the things, and it was just hard. And you may have heard that on the podcast here before. We probably have shared it at some point. So how can you stay informed with new camel husbandry information and science? So if you want to learn how you can keep up to date with the latest and greatest camel care and husbandry info, so your camels, or the camels that you care for, can live a long and happy life, your next step as a camel owner, or as a wannabe owner, if you want to do the right thing before you even get a camel, and or a carer, is to get professional know-how on camel care and medicine from an actual camel vet. Yes, it's a thing. And experienced camel owners who are less kind of midwives' tale kind of stuff, and more like, we've seen this, we know this as a fact. So the good news is, what we really want to tell you about in this podcast is this week we're hosting a camel vet Q&A with Dr. Margie Bale, who, yes, is the camel vet, where you can actually get all your camel health questions and concerns and queries and stuff that you just want to learn more about answered, solved, and explained. Honestly, this is the best opportunity for all camel owners. This has literally changed our lives and how we care for camels. I cannot express that enough. And not only us, but the people within our academy who listen to Camel Vet Margie Bale just go on and on about how this has changed everything for them. Because if you don't know how to care for a camel properly, you're not going to achieve any of your camel dreams, your goals, your ideas moving forward. And you're going to make a lot of expensive mistakes. You're going to make a lot of mistakes at the expense of the camel. And I say that from a place of being there and doing that. And there's just no point. I mean, if you know better, you can do better. And when there's better information out there, you grab it by the horns and you just run with it. So, again, this is really a great opportunity, this Camel Vet Q&A call with Dr. Margie Bale for all camel owners or wannabe owners or carers, no matter how long you've been caring for camels or Googling or asking Facebook. This is a really great opportunity. So we're offering camel health know-how straight, get this, from the camel vet's mouth. How about that one for a good joke? They just come out, I swear. So to join this Camel Vet Q&A, head over to our website and become a member of our Camel Academy before April 29th, because it's happening then. And you can jump on this Camel Vet Q&A call. So this is the great part, seriously, tune in. Once you become a member, you'll not only get a private invitation to join the Camel Vet Q&A call where you can hang out with us and other camel people, learn from other camel people and their questions, because maybe they ask a question that you never thought of asking and you suddenly learned something new. But you also get a chance to ask your questions to an experienced camel vet, and you get instant access to an entire library of camel information, video tutorials, ebooks, workshops, and so much more in the Camel Academy. So loads of information. You can just, sift through them and watch or read or whatever is most important to you right now in your camel journey. And the other great news is the cost of becoming a member of our Camel Academy is just a fraction of the cost of getting a one-on-one consult with a camel vet like Dr. Margie Bale. And let's just put it out there. There are not a lot of camel vets out there, and Margie Bale actually consults with other vets about camel stuff. So, she's dedicated her life to camels. She's a little bit obsessed, if you know what that's like. So to join this Camel Vet call, you need to become a member of the Camel Academy, and you can start improving on your camel knowledge, because let me tell you one thing, when you think you know something about camels, something new will pop to the surface, whether that be science or psychology information, or your camel's grown more or they've aged another year. Camels keep you on your toes. So being in the academy is really the best thing that you can do for yourself and your camels. So head over to our website, camelconnection.com/membership. Join us, and we really hope to see you on the Camel Vet Q&A call, and obviously, in quotes, see you in the academy and show you around all the video tutorials, vet talks, ebooks, workshops, equipment stuff, equipment tutorials. Oh my God, so much. Anyway, you can go and look over all the perks that you get of being a member. Again, camelconnection.com/membership. We'll see you there. Hey, just quickly, how would you like access to the full tutorial on this camel topic? Become a member of our Camel Academy now, and you not only get access to this camel information, but a whole library of camel information. The Camel Academy is an online portal for camel owners and camel lovers just like you, which consists of a library of camel information, including entertaining camel vet talks and procedures, camel handling techniques and camel psychology talks, access to the latest and greatest info on camel husbandry and well-being, even workshops on how to make your own camel equipment, and of course a forum to ask your camel questions to camel professionals. This is just a glimpse on what you'll get access to in the Camel Academy. It's the camel flicks for the camel lover. Sound too good to be true? Well, it's not. Come join us, our resident camel vet, and a community of camel connectors worldwide over at CamelEarAcademy.com. That's CAMELEER Academy.com.